All right, bang, bang, PMP gang. That is my pre-show post of the day from Marcel Pantaleo. Remember that, Tony? I dubbed that like this new feature we're doing on PMP now. It's the pre-show post of the game. Last week, Patty had one because she was calling herself a bad girl. That caught my attention. Today, we're going bang, bang, PMP gang. Thank you, Marcel. You win. There's no prize, but you still win. And I want to say what is up to all you groovy people. I hope everybody had a great weekend. Full disclosure, Tony, let's just keep everything above boards here. I don't want to sugarcoat anything. Your boy's on fumes. You see, your boy's on freaking fumes. I had a bang, bang rock and roll weekend. Cheap Trick in Napa on Saturday. I did the Who at Shoreline last night. And your boy's on fumes. I'm just going to be totally honest. Got home from the Who gig at about, I don't know, 12:30, 12:40. But then you got to have that decompression. You know what I mean? I got to eat a bowl of Cinnamon Life. I got to watch some highlights. I got to get my stuff together. So anyway, bro, I'm feeling good, but I'm a little underslept. Had a great weekend. Niners are 3-0. We're feeling great about that. But Tony, before I say good morning to you, I want to make a very special announcement. As we like to do, we like to take care of our own here in the PMP familia, the PMP community. And one of the shining members, a beacon on the hill in the PMP landscape, is our great supporter, our great viewer and listener, Noemi Catalina, Miss Hot Sauce USA. We like to call her because she makes that green apple hot sauce, mango hot sauce, whatever your pleasure. But Tony, today is Noemi's birthday. So happy birthday, Noemi. You're one of our favorites. Thank you for supporting the show. I'm sure Ray is going to take good care of you tonight. So happy birthday, Noemi. Creative Tony, how are you, bro? Tell me, help me, prop me up today, brother. Prop my ass up.
Well, dude, you're gonna have to prop me up too, man, because I was down at Twin Creeks all freaking weekend. And
of course you were. Where else would you be? I mean, where else would Tony be on the weekend, dude? The second we shut off the mic Friday, Tony grabs his bag of balls and bats and just drives to the field. And then I see you back on Monday for the show. That's basically how I imagined it.
Oh, dude. We didn't get home last night. We won the shout out to the San Carlos Missions, our team. We won the tournament, which is great, but it was, a long weekend down there. I didn't get home till 9:00 last night. The championship game didn't start at Twin Creeks until like 5:40. So we didn't finish until, I don't know, the lights came on. It was like 7:40 or something like that, 7:45. So anyways, we can talk about it later because let
me just put it to you like this. If Tony gets home before daylight, he just might get some sleep tonight. Shout out friend of the devil, a friend of the Little League field. You know what I mean? Friend of the friend of the Pitchcom. I want to hear this story. Tony was dropping Pitchcom bombs on me, and I was like, whoa. In our pre-show meeting today, he's like, dude, I had a dust up with one of the umps about Pitchcom. I'm like, Pitchcom, dude, freak you. We can't just have kids throw signs down anymore. We're going to anyway. Put that in your back pocket. I want to circle back to you losing your mind about Pitchcom. I need that kind of footage today.
Yes. First of all, happy birthday, Noemi. I hope you have a wonderful, wonderful day and are showered with love all day long as you deserve it. But also, dude, we played a team that was using Pitchcom. 11, 12-year-olds doing Pitchcom.
Come on, man. What kind of world are we living in? Kids should learn how to throw signs down. You might need them someday. I don't know. Tony, when the grid goes dark, they won't be able to use Pitchcom. We're going to have to go back to signs. So get them familiar.
We will revisit this in the show today. But can we let kids be kids? Can we just let kids be kids?
Yeah.
What's the rush? It's such a pompous thing to do, I think, to just, anyway.
Get the earbud in and stuff. It's like, dude, get the F out of here. If I was there, dude, I would have jumped out of the seats and started a scene. Pitchcom. Get the F out of here with Pitchcom, man.
It was one of the more enjoyable wins I've ever had as a coach.
All right, I definitely want to get into that then. Put that in your back pocket, man. What else is going on today, bro?
Dude, we got to talk Niners, of course, Cardinals. We got to talk studs and duds. We got to talk hot and sour. I want to hear about the rock and roll weekend you had as well. But lots, and then there's lots to get into along the NFL landscape as well. And we could start. I don't know where you want to start, basically, Paulie, but it's just there's a lot to get into.
Okay,
but I will say right out of the gates, I'm freaking thrilled, dude. 3-0. I'm thrilled.
Shout out John Bender in the Breakfast Club when the principal is just giving him detention after detention after detention. He's like, you want another one? Yes. And he just keeps giving them to him. And then at the end, the principal goes, I got you, Bender. I got you for 2 months. And he flips the horns on him. And then Bender's great response. What can I say? I'm thrilled, dude.
Yeah.
That's you. I'm thrilled. So
Dude.
I'm glad you're thrilled. You and John Bender are thrilled on this Monday.
I'm ecstatic, dude. To be 3-0 with this banged up roster is a testament to the depth of this team. It's a testament to the coaching. It's a testament to everybody rising up, man, and the next man up mentality. I'm just seriously, if you would have told me, Paulie, like middle of August, hey, Niners are going to be 3-0 with Mac Jones winning 2 of those games, and you're going to be without Bosa for half of one of those games, and you're going to be without Kittle for 2 of those games, and Ayuk's not going to be there, and Demarcus Robinson's not going to be there, and John Jennings is going to be banged up, and Pooney's going to be banged up, and Colby's going to be banged up, and Barch is going to be out. And I mean, dude, think about it, man. All of this stuff happening, and they're 3-0. I couldn't ask for anything more, honestly.
No, you really couldn't. I mean, that's a great way of looking at it. And you're right, despite all of those injuries, and they continue to pile up. Obviously, we will talk about Nick Bosa today. We're waiting to hear updates. I know we've got our main man, Robot Centaur. Shout out for Reed at the Polymac Particle Sports Desk. He's keeping
Centaur always keeps it strong. He keeps it hunted, Paulie. Keeps it hunted.
But Tony, when I'm on the streets, I got to keep it 100. You know what I mean? People stop at me, go, "Yo, Paulie, you keeping it 100?" I go, "What else, dude? What else?" And I just keep walking. Yeah.
The reason I played the Close Encounters chime and it is a chime now. It's not a sound effect. It's a chime.
I see. I like a good chime. I'm a fan of chimes. You know what I mean? Shout out Bob Dylan. Chimes of freedom, dude. Chimes of freedom. Yeah. Shout out Bob Dylan, a farm aide over the weekend, too. Help the U.S. farmer, for Christ's sakes. We got enough problems out here. The last thing we need is like poison strawberries and poison lettuce. Dude, keep the farms clean. Tony, 2 things. Keep the scene clean. Keep the farms clean. Sorry. Go ahead, Tony. Keeping it 100. Yeah.
Poison. Put poison. Sorry. Here's a couple of supers, Paulie. The aspiring botanist, dude. It's been a while, brother. We're taking games one by one. It's the 49ers day, son. 49er joy. Ain't gonna lie. I shed a tear as the ball went through the uprights. Go Niners. Dude. We will be there Sunday. Yes, botanist. I love it, dude.
That's my guy, Hunter. I love Hunter. He's a San Rafael boy, just like me. Good to see you, botanist. Tony, if we could, only because of the content of the aspiring botanist post right there, if you don't mind going into bookmarks real quick for a sneak preview. It's funny that botanist said he was in tears yesterday because, dude, he wasn't the only one. Check out the post. Pull that one down out of bookmarks. You'll see a guy in a red Joe Montana jersey sitting at Levi Stadium by himself post-game crying. Tears of joy, bro. You got to see this guy. I love this guy. I saw this dude. I'm like, I love this dude. If anybody knows who this dude is, please ID him. I would love to get him on the show. But just like you, botanist, there was a lot of emotion yesterday. My emotion was joy. Here he is. Yeah, look at my boy. Look at this guy.
Hang on.
Look at him, dude. Game's over, people filing out. My boy ain't going anywhere. He ain't going anywhere.
Dude.
If anybody knows this guy, get me his coordinates immediately, dude. Look at the emotion on my boy's face, dude. And then he mixes in some Neil Schon guitar. Did you catch that, dude?
Yes.
He did a little air guitar. Let's roll this back, T. Roll it back. Take 2. I just need more.
There's his air guitar right there. There it is.
No, it's the best, dude. Montana jersey, it's all there. This is my that's my guy, dude.
There you go, dude.
I need more of this guy. Yeah. I need more of this dude. I don't know who he is. I don't know where he came from, but the emotion, the commitment, dude, the tears, Tony, the freaking tears. So anyway, it was that kind of game. Were you in tears yesterday when Pinero was just drilling kicks all over the field?
Dude, so I was literally watching on my phone and getting updates from parents of our team because we had a game and we were prepping for our game and we're all following. And by the way, where we play Twin Creeks, you can see Levi's in the distance and you can hear the foghorn and you can hear my Uncle Paul on the mic from our field. Like not clearly, of course, but like you can hear it. And so we were like, okay.
This guy up here, by the way, while we're working today, Tony, just leave this dude up there. I want him all day, just like that. Keep going. Sorry. Yeah.
So anytime we heard a foghorn, we're like, okay, that's not a bad sound, right? So like But I got an update. Oh yeah, it's 6-3 at half. It's like
these Cardinals games, dude, they're always like this. They're always a grind. They're always. And by the way, did anybody get the feeling yesterday that the Cardinals were like? It was almost like they had a bounty out on CMC yesterday, dude. People are really taking shots at him and like beyond finishing tackles. I mean, they're throwing him into it's just getting to be a thing now. Guys are really teeing off on McCaffrey. But to your point, it was a slog. That game was a total slog.
A couple things, Paulie. First of all, we have a super from Patty that I want to get to in a second, but there's a couple things about McCaffrey. They could have easily thrown a flag on Wilson for crushing McCaffrey was defenseless. He wasn't even looking in the direction of Wilson, and Wilson just tattooed him on that pass play. They could have called unnecessary roughness. They could have called the personal foul.
Whereas one play where they rode McCaffrey out of the sidelines, Tony, we were in the red zone, and I think it was in the first half. And, it was clearly one of these things where you could have just shoved him out of bounds. Mm-hmm. Dude, the Cardinal defender, like, spun CMC around and basically threw him to, like, spiked him like a basketball. I was like, dude, this is getting a little excessive. Like, I do think there was something going on yesterday. They were trying to take his ass out of the game.
Oh, I'm sure. Paulie, two supers here. First of all, Noemi checking.
Yes.
I saw that guy. I sat 2 rows above him. He was a jerk, though.
Well,
he actually.
Boy, we got a lot going on, dude. 1 minute I'm celebrating this dude. 2 minutes later, we're like, this guy sucks. Yeah. Let's finish the thing.
Hey, Paulie, the jerk store called.
They're running out of you. All right, finish Noemi's post here, dude. I wasn't ready for this. Go ahead.
Let's start again. She says, I saw that guy. I sat 2 rows above him. He was a jerk, though. He actually cheered James Conner's injury. We had to tell him to settle down. P.S. It's my 49th birthday. I'm a 49er fan for the next 365 days. Let's go, Noemi.
Happy birthday, Noemi, and enjoy your day. Enjoy your 49 year. I'll take those kind of particles. 49 and a 49er Super Bowl would work just fine for me. Tony, it's starting to feel like you said, it's funny. You said this to Lombardi last week. You said to David Lombardi, it almost feels inevitable. Like the Niners and Philly are going to have to tangle again. It's going to have to happen because Philly's just handling their. Oh, by the way, Tony, if you don't mind, just a moment of triumph over here for Paulie Mack as I climb up the mountaintop of the hot and sour picks, dude, and plant my PMP flag. Bro, I had a clean 2-0 yesterday.
Oh, good for you.
Hey, let me have a moment, dude. Let me have a moment. Hold on. You can crush me into give me 10 seconds. I got Philly to handling their business, scoring late touchdowns. I'm taking that. And of course, I got the Chargers. Again, handling. By the way, that Charger game, dude, won by that half a point. I needed that half a point. I needed it. But in any case, I went 2-0. How did you do in the hot and sours? I didn't even keep tabs. How did you do?
Paulie, you went 2-0.
Oh, good for you.
Because I went 0-2, dude.
Hey, chin up, dude. Chin up. It doesn't matter. It's a long season, brother. Long.
Right here. Can I give double guns to this guy?
Hey, Paulie. Hi, Phil Simms here.
Hey, please. Anytime. We're all welcome. And a matter of fact, hey, PMPers, do me a favor. Let's all raise our middle fingers up in the sky. That's for Phil Simms today. Tony, carry on. Hey, Phil, we don't like you on the West Coast. Yeah. I'll just point him right at him. Yo, Phil.
Hey, Paulie. Hi, Phil Simms here. Hey, Paulie. Hi, Phil Simms here.
Dude, I can't. Giants. If it wasn't for that badass Cam Scataboo, they'd be nothing. And by the way, Scataboo, dude, the guy, it's like he's shot out of a freaking. Did you see the highlights of that game? I didn't watch the game, but I saw the highlights. It's like he's shot out of a freaking cannon, dude. The guy, he's like a bowling ball going down the lane. I'm a huge fan.
Me too. I became a huge fan last year watching him at Arizona State. I'm like, I think the whole country kind of fell in love with that kid, and it's good. I'm glad he jumped off the screen. I literally, Tony, did not see a snap. I was hanging out with my girl Miriam at the Who. And I'll get to that. I want to talk about and I had Patty from Napa at Cheap Trick. It was a busy weekend of rock and roll and the PMP community mingling. And I will get to that. But Miriam, great to meet you last night, and it was great to see you rocking out to the Who. Sorry. What do you got?
A lots of close encounter chimes today. Noemi, I wanted to thank her for she's giving us a super on her birthday. That's the type of person Noemi is. We should be the one giving Noemi gifts on her birthday.
We should. That's a great call, dude. We should send that super right back to her, like COD. You know what I mean? Yeah. Cash on delivery. Yeah, here's your $10, Noemi. Thanks. Happy birthday. They don't do COD anymore. Anyway, go ahead, Tony. Sorry. Yeah.
COD, dude, that's great.
Remember that shit? COD. Don't even worry about it. It's COD. I'm like, what's that? That means when it comes to your house, you got to cough up some dough. Yeah.
COD, cash on delivery. Hold on. Patty's also a super, and she just says in all caps, "Happy birthday to pretty Noemi." Patty, you rule. Thank you for the super, and again, happy birthday to our very own Noemi Catalina, the maker, the purveyor of the Catalina hot sauce.
Dude, let me tell you something about Patty from Napa. Now, we know she's a gangster, right? We've always known this. She's a gangster. Dude, I'm a Cheap Trick on Saturday, and a friend of mine is literally friends with the band. My friend Vicky is friends with the Cheap Trick guys. So I got to hang out with the band before the show and after the show. Guess what? Even with all those like inside connections, Patty had better seats than we did. Imagine. She's right up there. Dude, she's on the rail, basically. She's basically on the rail watching Robin Zander. I was like 20 rows back. Anyway, so Patty's a gangster was my point there. But no, I didn't see any of the Chiefs game. That's my point. I was at the Who. I didn't see a single snap. I saw highlights at the end of the night. But the Chiefs finally got to win. Maybe the bigger story, though, Tony, is your boy Travis Kelce having another temper tantrum on the field. Your head coach over there, Andy Reid, the Walrus, he gave Kelce a little bump, gave him a little shoulder on the sideline. What was behind that? I don't even know what they were fighting about. Do you know what happened?
I don't, but I love seeing it, and
give him the shoulder, Andy Reid. Go ahead, give him a bump.
Kelce's like, do you know that I'm engaged to Taylor Swift?
Do you know that I'm going to have tickets to every tour stop this summer? By the way, he really hasn't done jack squat this year, Kelce. As far as I've seen, he really hasn't made much of a contribution. Get him, Andy Reid. Get him. Yeah.
Look at Reid's face, though.
He's had enough. He's had enough horse ass from this guy.
Right there, dude. Just like, come on. And then he bumps him. Left shoulder. Here it comes. Left shoulder.
Gave it to him. Bang. Bang. Right in the freaking solar plexus. You know what I mean?
Dude.
Yeah.
This makes me like Andy Reid. Like, I've always liked Andy Reid. This makes me like him. And it's like Kelce, dude. And I've already seen on social media, it's natural between a player and a coach. Do you see Shanahan and Kittle behaving that way?
Nope. I don't see Fred Warner doing that to Bob Saleh. I don't see Nicky Bosa coming off the field doing it. And by the way, is it Andy Reid's fault that Travis Kelce is on the field dropping passes? Is that the coach's fault? Dude, why don't you take some accountability? You're having a bad year. So far, you don't look that good. Don't be yelling at your head coach. That's Bush.
And also, I just love that they like squeaked by the Giants. It wasn't a convincing win over the Giants at all. No,
they're not the same, dude. And I'm so glad they're finally getting exposed. It's the veil is coming off this team. They are no longer the same. Tony, before I
want to get the left shoulder one more time. Can you just get the left shoulder one more time?
Give it to him, Walrus. Give it to him. Boom!
Hey.
Yeah, right into you there. Shout out your guy Dave Matthews. Crash into Kelce. Bang! Right to your freaking shoulder. I love it. Walrus, mess him up. Tony, before we go too far adrift, why don't we give some love to Stellar Design, our good friends at Stellar Design?
Can't do it yet, Paulie. I'd love to
do it. Listen to this S.
I'd love to.
You don't even want to talk sponsors. Okay, can't do it. He says. Okay, all right.
Not yet. I'd love to. But unfortunately,
I'm in charge. I'm just sitting here. You're in charge. You tell me. What are we doing? Yeah.
We have business to tend to, Paulie.
I see. We got business to handle some business. Yeah.
Okay. So we got Escobar. It was an MF rock fight. Oh, an F Mac Wilson. He's passed Buda Baker as my second most hated Cardinal. Number one is Aeneas Williams. Wow. That's pulling a name out of the hat right there. Escobar, I'm with you on all three of those guys. There definitely was a headhunt on McCaffrey yesterday. And by the way, that screenplay before the game-winning field goal was a thing of beauty.
Yeah.
And that was a beautiful play call by Shanahan and beautifully executed. You got linemen busting out, pulling guards, and going downfield. Dude, again, the O-line, Colby played banged up. Colby's a backup. He's a 7th rounder, and he played banged up. You just got to tip your cap. Trent Williams busting his ass all over the field yesterday. Again, I could not be happier right now being 3-0 with the condition that the roster is in, with players coming back. Dude, Demarcus Robinson is back now.
That's going to be nice. Yeah.
He's coming back. Then we're going to get Kittle back. Then we're going to get Purdy back. Then hopefully Ayuk back. And then bam, all cylinders. Meanwhile, your guy, Ricky, don't lose that number. Ricky Pearsall. Dude, that guy is making a name for himself.
Sorry, Tony, stand by. I've got to insert a riff here real quick, a true-to-life riff that happened last night. So famously, I have, only because you just dropped a Ricky, don't lose that number. Now we got to talk some Dan. I didn't think I was going to talk Dan on a Monday, but we're going to talk a little Dan. Guess who was just peeing all over Steely Dan last night at the Who show? Unprovoked. So, dude, I'm in line to get into the Who. I know we're working all over the road. There's so much going on here today, and I do apologize if we go from one thread to another, but it was a busy weekend. I want to like relay all these stories to you guys because there was some cool stuff going down. So, dude, I'm in line to get into the Who last night. And all of a sudden, like to go into like through the pat down procedure where they, check every orifice of your body essentially. Dude, I had to take my belt off last night, by the way. I've never had to do that. My belt got removed at the freaking thing. So anyway, I'm taking my belt off and I was like, really? You need my belt tonight? All right, here you go. What do you think I'm going to do? Throw this at Pete Townsend? So anyway, they take my belt. They're examining my belt. And then all of a sudden I hear, Paulie Mack? And I look to my left, and dude, our great friend, who I sadly haven't seen in some years, but I'm very fond of this woman, Allie Martinez, dude. Tony's very close with this girl, Allie. Allie's over there. Then I'm like yelling at Allie, like, "Oh, Allie, how you doing?" But I was still in the security line, so I couldn't get to her. And then all of a sudden I hear Paulie behind me, and I like turn like this. Dude, I got Garrett right over there. Garrett, another friend of ours. But I don't see these guys that much anymore. They're East Bay kids. And they're like part of Tony's fish crew, kind of. So I don't get them as much, but I've put my time in with these guys in the day, and I love them. I really do. I love Garrett. He's got the salt and pepper beard. I haven't seen him in a while. I'm like, dude, nice beard. And he goes out of nowhere. He's like, by the way, F Steely Dan. He goes, me and you, F Steely Dan. I'm like, nice, Garrett. Me and you, totally F Steely Dan. He's like, F Donald Fagen, F all of them. And I'm like, dude, Garrett, me and you were bonded. So anyway, did you know he had that stance in life?
Dude, it's one of the things I dislike about him the most, and I don't dislike many things about Garrett. I love Garrett. He's one of the greatest people I've ever met.
And how about Allie Martinez? How about just Allie Martinez for president? How's that sound? Put her in the White House. Let her straighten this out because I love Allie. It was so great to see her.
I love that you're calling her Allie Martinez by her maiden name. She's actually Allie Medina.
Listen, what do you want from me? My bad. They both start with M. You know what I mean? And I know her husband, Max rules too. He'll forgive me. Don't worry. Martinez, Medina, whatever you guys want to do. Whatever you want to do. Yeah.
I will say Allie and Max are Steely Dan fans. So, come over to our side of the.
Let me straighten them out. I'll get to them next. I'll straighten them out next. Yeah. But me and Garrett are going to have a sit down with them. You're too far gone. I can't save you, but I can still save Allie and Max. Yeah.
There's nothing to be saved. The greatness of Steely Dan.
Ricky, don't lose that number. He's the only one you know. Yeah.
Listen to the song Green Earrings or listen to the song Kid Charlemagne and tell me that is not some seriously silky funk. Dude.
No, that's some good stuff. I just love breaking their balls. I'll tell you what I like. I like the song FM. I like that tune. I also like, I love Reeling in the Years. Like, that's a great one.
What about Peg? Peg has Michael McDonald as backing vocals, dude. Come on.
I got to tell you, one of my favorite song parodies I ever made at KNBR was my Peds to Peg song. Yeah. It was just Tiger Woods going, Peds, we'll come back to you. Peds will come. It was nothing. It was just I put Peds over Peg, but I loved it. It used to make me laugh all the time. All right, Tony, can we do Stellar now? We got sponsors.
Yes, but can we also make sure that we talk about Pitchcom, that we talk about Mac Jones, that we talk about Hot and Sour Studs and Duds, The Who, and Cheap Trick, and a mailbag, and Jordan Mason.
Let's go. We better get moving. Okay. So let's start. By the way, what's on your shirt? I've been trying to figure it out. Is that a bird? What is it?
No. It's a bunch of waves, and it's a Trey Anastasio shirt.
Yeah. Oh, Trey. I see it. I thought it said Obey for a second. Okay, I got you, buddy.
Right. One of my favorite guitarists of all time, who gets no love, and he doesn't need it, doesn't want it, and he loves it that way, that he doesn't get any love. So it's great.
I think he gets love every time he goes on stage. There are people going ape-ass over this guy.
But I'm saying, like, when you ever see like the discussions of greatest guitarists out there now.
Check this out. F those discussions. Okay.
Right.
F them. F those. Because so for you guys saying like Trey doesn't get the love, you know who my guy is that doesn't get the love and should? He's as good as anybody on the planet. Alex Lifeson from Rush. That guy could, I mean, you want to get into a guitar gunslinging duel, dude, he'll take you down. He'll take your ass down, but nobody ever mentions his name. So you take Trey, I'll take Lifeson, and we'll get these guys back in the spotlight like they deserve. I can tell you
I'm only saying this because it's from the Robot Centaur Sports Desk, because I was trying to refresh my page to get news too, but he beat it to the punch. Tests today show, this is from the Robot Centaur Sports Desk. Tests show today that Nick Bosa has suffered a season-ending torn ACL during Sunday's win over the Cardinals. The sources tell ESPN it's a clean tear. Bosa now will need season-ending surgery. So that's
going to take a second to settle in. And I'm glad you came with the update. We're all in this together. Michael Kroll, what's up, dude? Hey, Michael, that's my brother-in-law right there. What's up, Michael? Good to see you, man. Yeah, Michael, nice. Thanks for stopping by. You're coming by at a bad time, though, dude. We just lost Nick Bosa. So, Tony, let me just get this straight. So this is 5 years now. He's had 2 season-ending knee injuries in his 6-year career, because I think the first one came 5 seasons ago, 4 or 5 seasons at the Meadowlands.
Damn.
The one thing I do know is this is not the same knee he injured against the Jets that year. This is the other knee. So now we're talking about Nick Bosa coming off 2 knee surgeries next year. That's a really big blow, because you just think about teams kind of scheming against the 49ers. I mean, Bosa ties up 2 linemen basically on every snap. There are 2 guys assigned to Nick Bosa to keep him from penetrating that edge.
Well,
the thing is, Tony, is the problem. We don't have a guy, and it's something else Lombardi said the other night. Now that we don't have, and I'm still not over this, but losing a guy like DeForest Buckner in the middle, where you had that incredible push coming right up the gut, they don't have that, and now they don't have it on the edge. That's a big blow. That's a significant blow to this season, man.
Yeah, that's brutal. It's really brutal. I mean, I will say, though, good thing that they have Bryce Huff. Right? Because I mean, I'm not comparing.
He's gonna have to step up. Bryce Huff is gonna have to really start to elevate his game. Now, he did make some nice plays in New Orleans. I'm gonna need more from Bryce Huff now. We're all gonna need more from him.
I swear to God, though, this is gonna galvanize the team even more, I feel like. And aspiring botanist, I see you in the chat, and he says taking games one by one, got to move on. He's right. It's not a heartless approach. It's a matter of fact approach that next man up. Right. That's been basically the mantra for these first 3 weeks. And now it's next man up. Michael Williams, Bryce Huff. Of course, Paulie, it's horrible news, but
Michael Williams going to have to ball out. He made some plays yesterday, and he's another guy. He got banged up, left the game, came back, made some plays yesterday. Tony, listen to this. Here. I'm sorry, go ahead.
No, well, I was going to say this goes back to the Tom Brady stuff about the muscle pliability versus being so tightly wound. And I understand you need to be big and obviously yoked and fit to be a defensive end, and move the way that Bosa does and make plays the way he does, and to be as tough as he is. But I feel like muscles and not muscles, tendons nowadays snap more often. Like the Achilles snaps more often now because these guys are so tightly wound, and versus the pliability thing where you're treating your muscles more like stretchy rubber bands, where you're more about the stretching versus the muscle building. I don't know. And I'm not saying Bosa doesn't stretch. He obviously probably stretches a ton. I'm just saying that it seems in the modern era, the modern day athlete, tendons are snapping much more than they used to. That's all.
I want to quote a post here from Navarre News. What's up, Navarre News? Good to see you. He goes, there's got to be a reason that the 49ers seem to be the most injured team in the NFL year after year. I mean, if you think about it, let's just take a second and try to put the wheels on this thing. The Niners, right? I mean, you could basically field a Pro Bowl squad with the guys that are missing from the Niners right now. Tony, we're only 3 effing weeks into this season. Yeah. We don't have Ayuk. We don't have Bosa now. We don't have Kittle. We don't have our starting quarterback, Brock Purdy. I mean, this is getting kind of crazy. I would like to know, is it a coincidence? Yeah, it easily could be. It is football. You got world-class athletes weighing 300 pounds smashing into each other. I get all that. But at the same time, we seem to be particularly snake-bitten by injuries. And It's just really frustrating, and it really does. This really has a big effect, obviously, you guys, on the rest of the season. Jacksonville coming in next Sunday. I was going to talk about that, but I think we should stay on this for a while.
And two things, Paulie. In the comments, Pine Needle, great job. He says, I'm telling you, they need to eat more donuts and cake and get a little fat on those ligaments. And then Ray Goodman, Yoga RX, prescription for yoga. Yoga is extremely helpful, and maybe they do. Let me
give you all the proof you need, Tony, and I agree with you. My mom does yoga. She's freaking 82. She's 82 years old, and she does that for stretching, like you were saying.
Yep.
But my greatest example of yoga, the benefits of yoga, is this guy right here. Guy's like 170, and he looks and sounds amazing. He's coming out on stage like this, Tony, with his little receding hairline, but he's a badass, and he's like... Giant steps are what you take. Yeah. Walking on the moon. Have you seen Sting lately, dude? The guy's like 75, washboard abs, ripped, singing. I'm just singing songs. I'm singing songs. Like, I'm starting to get pissed. He's so perfect. Like, it bothers me. I'm kidding, but he's a result of like a lot of yoga. He does yoga every day, and he looks, sounds, walks, talks, sings. He's like the perfect specimen, body by yoga.
Your guy, Bobby Weir, is a big stretching enthusiast.
Only when I'm not throwing my hammer around, y'all, because we've seen Bobby do weight training. Dude, when Bob Weir posts his weight training videos, it's the greatest thing you've ever seen. Dude, the hammer, he's throwing that hammer. Check out my hammer, y'all. Throwing hammers, but no, you're right. He's been practicing yoga for a long time, Bob. Yeah, Bob Weir.
Seriously, but how good he's in great shape at his age, and it's mainly because of stretching, and sleep, obviously, as well. But Paulie, there's one other thing that's another thread that's going through my head right now as I think about Bosa getting injured.
Yes,
Christian McCaffrey leads the NFL in touches.
I'm concerned already, dude. I said this. I was talking to my buddy Drutzy at the Who concert last night. We were talking about the Niner game before the band came on stage, and I'm like, first of all, I kind of said what I mentioned on the show earlier, which is it seemed to me like Arizona had more, like it was like beyond just standard tackling. It looked like they were actually trying to hurt him. It did. That's the vibe I was getting from these guys. They were gang tackling his ass. And even when they would stand him up, guys were like coming in late and like laying a helmet into his side. Like it was very violent. And he's still doing a bulk of the dirty work and the heavy lifting on offense, dude. I am with you. I am because, dude, if you lose Christian McCaffrey on top of all of this, even if it's a game or two, I mean, that potentially could be the difference between playing in Levi's in January or having to go to like Philly where it's snowing and 10 degrees. So you got every game obviously matters. And I'm going to say that right now. I am a little concerned with overusing McCaffrey this early because he's doing a lot of heavy lifting, Tony.
Yeah, agreed, man. 77 touches, leads the NFL, and you've got a deep running back room. You've got BRJ and you've got Garendo, and I know that like Lombardi kind of scoffed when I asked about Garendo, and I know we've talked about Garendo on the show, and he's there. And Garendo was going to be the backup to McCaffrey until Robinson became available, until Robinson wanted to be traded, and I don't understand. I mean, I'm not saying you need to see a ton of Garendo, but I'm saying you could spell McCaffrey with both Robinson and Garendo, but at least Robinson.
I feel you.
Dude, Robinson ran the ball twice yesterday, and he didn't catch a pass. So they need to get him more involved and kind of take some of the heat off of McCaffrey. Granted, I get it. McCaffrey's He's an incredible player. He's a magnet to the defense. Like, it's incredible the way he takes players away from other players, and he's such a force. But you got to think long term on this, right? And I said I was thrilled about 3-0. If there's one thing, there's only one thing about the current roster right now that I'm just a little like is the use of McCaffrey. 77 touches leading the NFL.
As usual, Tony and I are kind of on the same page with that. Because, Tony, you got to understand, too, those of you new to the show, and great to see everybody, Corinne, Low Steve, Robot Center, Patrick Patton, Gravy, all you guys, James Lazat, Rags, love all y'all. That Tony and I have been talking Niners together for like 30 years. You know what I mean? It's like one of the things that, for real, that's one of the things we bonded on when we met each other. It's like, dude, you like Sabbath and the Niners? Great. We're going to be hanging out for the rest of our lives. That's all I need. And we are. And here we are. So, but I feel you on this, dude. it's a concern, man, because if McCaffrey goes down, which obviously none of us want to happen, but it worried me a little bit yesterday too. All right, Tony, let's take a break.
Can I say something real quick? I just want to say Los D, our man Carlos De La Fuente, Flex Funding, he nails it in the chat. He says the Lions do it right with Gibbs and David Montgomery.
Yeah.
And dude, you're so on the money, Los D, because I'm not saying that they need to have an equal share, obviously not. But 2 carries for Robinson?
No.
I mean,
even when Shanahan, dude, we've seen Shanahan mix up the backfield. Think about the 2019 season when they went to the Super Bowl. You had Mostert, you had Breida, and you had Jet McKinnon. He had 3 backs. Now, and the cool thing about that period in Niner football was any one of those guys could and did have big days. Like there would be Mostert games. Then there would be games where it was McKinnon in the playoffs. I remember McKinnon had a monster game. I think it was against Minnesota, or was that it was Minnesota. Mm-hmm. And then, Mostert had that monster game against the Packers in the NFC Championship. Then there would be games where Matt Breida was running all over the field. So again, like Shanahan knows, dude, he's got to have a stable, to your point, and you cannot drive McCaffrey into the ground. Again, let's not forget, he wasn't even healthy at all last year. I don't want to go back to that.
Did you happen to see what Jordan Mason did for the Vikings yesterday?
I didn't. To be honest, I'm almost afraid to ask. Is it what? Because I love Jordan Mason. What did he do?
16 carries, $116, two touchdowns.
See, that bums me out because he is got that like prototype kind of back body where he's so big, he's so strong, takes a lot to breathe. He's a different type of runner than McCaffrey, kind of a north-south guy. Strong, and that bums me out because I love Jordan Mason. So did your uncle Tonelli. Tonelli and I used to talk Jordan Mason around the water cooler all the time. Like, use him more, dude. Use him more, especially on goal line D. Listen, Niners had the ball inside the 5 yesterday. Which quarter was that? They got turned. I think it was the second quarter. They couldn't score, right. And that would have been a situation where I would have given the rock to Jordan Mason at least twice. Mm-hmm. They had to hand it over on downs. I'm trying to remember what part of the game that was. They were in the red zone and they couldn't. Third quarter. It was the third quarter. My bad. And that was frustrating seeing them get down to that point and they couldn't slam it in. It was frustrating. Tony, we still got sponsors. So
I know. Let's get to Stellar Design too. But I also credit the Cardinal D. Like Arizona's D, they were stout yesterday. I mean, the Niners only ran for 72 yards total. So it was a good job by the Arizona defense. And Arizona, I mean, the Niners dodged a couple bullets on their end when they were on defense because of big time drops by Harrison, by DeMarcado. Like they got a little luck on their side too yesterday as well. But all in all, to get the 16, what an ugly win. 16-15. What just an ugly win.
Games like that, and you dropping all in all. I wouldn't be doing my job if I didn't answer that with all in all, you're just a form, another brick in the wall. By the way, did you know? See, now I'm avoiding Stellar again. Did you know? I didn't know this till last night. My buddy Drutzy told me. He's like you. He loves Pink Floyd. Did you know there's a freaking David Gilmore concert film being shown in IMAX theaters right now? Have you heard about this?
Yes, I did. I
can't believe you're not there. Like, he saw it. He said it's amazing. If you like Gilmore, you should go. You should. I'm just letting you know.
Don't sleep on Gilmore's solo albums. He's released 2 albums in the last, I think 5 or 6 years. They're mellow, but they're gorgeous albums, man, because it's Gilmore and those long sustained notes that he loves to play in his solos, man. And I'm a Gilmore fan for his style of play, and it's very emotional. His playing is very emotional, man.
Keep going. You're drilling it. You're nailing it. You got anything else? Everything you said is 100% spot on. No, keep going if you need to. It's all yours. Yeah.
No, good, man. I've always been a Gilmore. I've actually thought about, if I get a dog, naming it Gilmore.
Nice, dude. That's good. Yeah, Gilmore, get your ass over here. Gilmore, not in the house. All right, Tony, Stellar Design. For the love of God, Stellar Design. Not even to mention our good friends at Longbridge. They're like, yo. They're like looking at their watch at Denardi's like, yo, man. Yo, you know what I mean? It's like we've been on the air 40 minutes, haven't done a single sponsor read. Sorry about that, you guys. We love you. We are carried away though, and I'm starting to think as I delay this even more. I'm starting to think, Tony. Tell me the truth about this. Maybe this is a good compromise. because we have so much content today and we can't go too long today. So maybe I should do like my rock and roll weekend thing as a VIP video. That way the people that want it can watch. And if you don't, just, delete it or disregard it. But rather than take time on the show. So VIPs. And by the way, if you're not a VIP, get your ass over there and become one, because this is how you win tickets like to The Who or Slices for Sami, Metallica tickets. We do as many giveaways as we can on this show, because we like to take care of you guys. We want to thank you for being part of this. But we do. The only thing we ask is that you're a VIP. So Tony, tell them how to do that real quick to sign up to be a VIP for those people that want to qualify to win stuff and get the extra content.
If you're watching on YouTube, it's on the corner of the screen next to the subscribe icon. If you're not on YouTube, visit our YouTube channel at Polymax Particles, and you can like our show, you can like our episode, and you can like any of our shows, and you can subscribe in the corner. Just visit our YouTube page at Polymax Particles and help us out. I mean, it really is like, it's funny, Paulie. I was listening to, who was I listening to? Mark Maron.
Yeah.
Mark Maron. I was listening to his podcast, which is phenomenal, by the way. I mean, not just good, phenomenal. And
check out a conversation with Jeremy Allen White, my kid from the Bear, dude. Phenomenal. That kid's all crazy. I knew that kid was all messed up in the dome, and I love him for it. Because it takes one to know one. You know what I mean? I look at that kid and I'm like, me and you, dude. Me and you and Tony, the three of us. We're out to lunch. But go ahead. Tell me about Mark Maron.
I was listening to his podcast, and he's telling people to like and subscribe and to all that. So it's just part of the new era that we're in, that we need to tap into the algorithm. We need to kind of just basically give the computer love, basically. And so if you can just like and subscribe while you're visiting our YouTube channel, that helps us out, and it just it gets the ball rolling even more for our show. Okay. Anyway, Paulie, that's how you can become a PMP, a VIP. So yeah, let's do a video, and we can also share some stuff on the Night Flight this Wednesday as well, which is always fun.
Great. And I got pictures, but I'll tell some stories on a VIP video. You guys can check that out a little bit later today or early tonight. In the meantime, and hey, Lily, good to see you, Lily Merchant. I've been watching you today. Nice to see you. I want to talk about Stellar Design, Tony. Stellar Design, Dom Peralta. We love Dom. Dom was at Cheap Trick on Friday. I took the baton on Saturday. We just had blanket coverage of Cheap Trick all over the and I really do have some pretty crazy stories. Robin Zander telling me to come to Japan with him. I'm like, damn, I wish I could. True story. He goes, you coming to Japan with us? I'm like, I don't know. I got $30. I don't know. Is that enough? Yeah.
Where is that? Yeah. We're going to finish Stellar Design, but you can't just like haphazardly mention that and then not explain it. So let's finish Stellar Design, and then we're going to explain that. And then
it would be like if Trey Anastasio asked you to go on tour with him, because I freaking love Robin Zander. He's like one of my favorite singers of all time. And this is a true story at the end of the gig, because this is all about my friend Vicky, though. She knows these guys, been friends with them forever. So we're hanging out before the show, and we're hanging out after the show. And after the show, dude, Xander comes walking out, dude. He's in his white T-shirt. He's got like his clothes over his shoulder, like a suit or something like that, holding a beer. And they all remembered my name. I was blown away. They were like, "Oh, Paulie, what'd you think of the show?" I was like, "Dude, I think you guys are amazing. That's what I think." And then Robin Zander's like, "Cool, man." He goes, "Listen, tonight was our last gig in the U.S. for a while. We got a week off, so we're going down to L.A. to hang out." He goes, "You should come to Japan with us." I'm like, yeah, I would like that very much. All right, that'll be in the VIP video. I'll go through the whole thing. It was great.
Did you ask Robin Zander if he knows Tekashi, or if he thinks about Tekashi? Can we play Tekashi for Cheap Trick going to Japan sometime?
I should have. Deutsche, la bi da di da da. I should have said, "Can you give me a verse of Deutsche tonight, Xander?" Is that something you can pull off? All right, Tony. Stellar Design, the San Francisco Bay Area-based industrial design studio. They're shaping the product of. They're shaping the future of product innovation. They were founded in 2014. They got some years under their belt. That's a very good sign. Successful business, growing. They guide ideas from concept to production through prototyping, testing, and then eventually launch. From breakthrough consumer electronics to life-saving medical devices. We've talked about this. Stellar merges cutting-edge technology with stunning aesthetics. So your product looks amazing. works flawlessly. And always remember, they create award-winning design with a meaningful connection between people. That's a big deal to Dom. Dom's a people person. He likes to connect, as he says in the script here. It's like he likes to forge relationships, get to know the people he's working with, and it helps him just give out the best quality work. So if you're an individual with an idea, somebody in the PMP community, you have an idea, you want to bring it to life, talk to Dom. Maybe you're a startup company. Maybe you're a big dog. Maybe you're a Fortune 500 company. Stellar offers partnerships to all of those, all in any, and it will help you achieve out-of-this-world design. Visit stellar.design and make design impact. Shoot Dom an email anytime. Friendliest dude you'll ever encounter. I'm serious. He's like, he could win a Nobel Peace Prize, man. Dominic@stellar.design. Dominic@stellar.design, or call Dom 650, scrolling right there. Thank you, Tony. 650-796-3144. And Dom, thank you for the tremendous contribution you've made to the show and for Stellar Design and all the great work that they do. And while we're doing this, it does remind me, I was very delinquent on that. Shout out to everybody watching over on the Cron 4 Plus app. We love you guys. So happy to be part of the Cron 4 family. More stuff coming down the Cron Turnpike. You guys, we got new announcements. They'll be coming soon. But we love what's going on with Cron. So, and all of you watching on Instagram, all of you watching on X, all of you watching on YouTube, TikTok, etc. We freaking love you. Apple Music, Spotify, however you're finding the show. Like they were saying earlier, please do like and subscribe. That helps us a great deal. Aside from that, Tony, I'm going to let you kind of tell us what we're looking at here.
This is Yard Sale. It's a company that Dom and Stellar Design does the design for, and it's a company called Yard Sale, a San Francisco-based company that Dom and Stellar Design work with, and they're about to launch a new line of product for the winter, basically coming up for the winter. And I'm just showing you, it's a badass company based in San Francisco, and we're going to have more information as they launch new products for the ski season. But I just love to know that Dom and Stellar Design are involved with these guys, because you know me, Paulie, I love to support the local yokels, the mom and pops, instead of going to the big chains, right? And so this company, Yard Sale, Dom is proudly partnered with them as well. So I just wanted to present that real quick. And then as they launch more products with Stellar Design, we're going to bring them to the show as well.
Great, Tony. Thank you, brother. Thank you, man. So with what we have left on the clock today, T, we did our hot and sour update, essentially. Tony lost a couple. I won a couple. We'll do it. No, it's okay. Dude, listen, there are going to be weeks where I go 0-2. Sometimes you go back-to-back weeks going 0-2. But even when that happens, don't panic. It's such a long season, dude. We still get, there's 14 more games. It's like the Arm & Hammer muscle guy. I like that. Yep. I've never seen this. Is the first time I'm seeing this. Thank you, Dom. You want Stellar Design? Bam, there it is. Yep. Thank you. This is what had you seen this previous to right now? I've never seen that before.
No, but Dom just texted me saying that Studs and Duds is ready to rock. So here we can get the some of the logos off the screen for a second. There it is, Studs and Duds. Dom and I were talking. He's like, dude, I think I got it ready. I'm like, dude, yeah. He had the thumb down and the bicep. I'm like, you know what, Dom? You have helmets involved. You've got the thumb down. Just make that the helmet logo. And by the way, Paulie, I thought about this. If you and I, once we just make our win the lottery or something, and we buy a football team, our logo should be the peace sign on a football helmet, dude.
Yeah.
Wouldn't that be amazing?
Or how about just the steal your face logo on a helmet? How badass would that look, dude? Yeah. Like, you know what I mean? The San Francisco Deadheads. By the way, can you put that logo back up for a second? Yeah. I actually want to point to something. How ironic and kind of creepy almost is it that the Studs and Duds logo, the helmet on the right with the thumb pointing down. If you're on Spotify, you can't see it. We got a helmet with a thumbs down thing. That was what Nick Bosa did when he came out of the injury tent yesterday. Did you see that picture? Mm-hmm. He was looking up at somebody in the seats going like this. And that's why I knew. I knew we got the official announcement a few minutes ago that he will miss the remainder of the season, which is just brutal. It's brutal for him as an athlete. It's brutal for the 49ers and everything else. But when I saw him doing this, I'm like, that's not good. You know, it's interesting. He walked off the field unassisted too. Like he walked. But I mean, severity of the injury has been, why don't you refresh everybody if we got people just jumping in now? Because I have seen a couple of different names. For those people just joining us, Tony, the Nick Bosa injury news, if you want to update everybody.
He torn ACL. He's out for the season. He needs to have season-ending surgery, and it's just the worst possible outcome. for that. And it's just so bizarre because he walked off the field yesterday, and that's what I think gave people some hope. Like, oh, okay, it's not going to be that bad. But that's what's so crazy about those tendon injuries. And they're Nick Bosa. You've all seen him. He is a physical specimen. I don't even know what percentage body fat. It's got to be 5% or less. And he's also tightly wound. These guys are very tightly wound. And I'll never forget Tom Brady talking about, people used to ask him, like, you're in good shape, but you're not like ripped. And he goes, I don't want to be ripped.
You don't need to be ripped. Most athletes don't need baseball too. You don't need that in some sports. Yeah.
But for Bosa's position, I will defend those guys that are in the trenches. Like, you do need to be bulky. You need to be fast. You need to be in the best shape possible. So I get it, but it just feels like nowadays tendons and ligaments snap more often. I just because of today's athlete, they are so big, they're so strong, and they're so tightly wound that it's just like, God. So it's just a bummer, man. So Bosa's done for the year, and it just the theme continues. Next man up. It's just, I mean, Shanahan's got to be just sitting there going, WTF. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, honest to God, because like, can he get a break? Can the coaching staff get a break? I mean, but like I said in the beginning of the show, 3-0 with all this going on is a testament to the coaching staff. And it's a testament to the depth and the roster that Lynch and the Niners put together. So here we are.
I want to do our studs and duds in just a second, but I want to just remind the Niner fans out there that we have been through this before. I'll give you an example of, I thought this was like so catastrophic, the end of the world, the story I'm about to tell. And that year the Niners went to the NFC Championship. I'm talking about the 97 season, Tony. This is Mariucci's first game. I'll walk you through this. I'm sure you're going to remember this. So they let go of Seifert, the winningest coach in Niner history. They bring in a college coach, Mariucci, who I've gotten to know over the years. Mooch is great. He's a great guy. I think he'll be at the Whetstone event, Tony. Mooch was there last year having dinner. Hey, guys, how's it going? Jeez, shucks, golly, geez. How you doing, Mac? When's the new show coming on, Mac? Tell me what's happening. Like, he's like a Boy Scout. You know what I mean? He's a great guy. But his first game coaching, Tony, remember this? Is in Tampa Bay.
Mm-hmm.
Freaking Young gets concussed. This is the first game of the season. Steve Young gets concussed. He's out.
Yep.
And by the way, you know what I mean? With Gerback, all these years have gone by. F Gerback. Hey, Gerback, check this out. That's for you, buddy. Right
Elvis Give Back. Remember that? Elvis
Gerback was out here saying, like, yeah, I should be this. No, you shouldn't. Steve Young's a Hall of Fame quarterback. Pipe down, 18. Pipe the F down. He always rubbed me the wrong way, that guy. And now the cat's out of the bag. Hey, Gerback, that's for you. All right, so anyway. Steve Young gets concussed, and then Jerry Rice, who had never missed a game in his entire NFL career from 85 to 96, Jerry Rice never missed a game. Warren Sapp drags him down, blew out his knee. So think about that. That was week one. You lose Young and Rice, and they still, to your point, went to the NFC Championship. Now, granted, they did lose that game, but my point is they still put the wheels back on and had a great year. So to your point, Tony, next man up. It's not like we've never seen this before. They've gone through even bigger obstacles with Young and Rice, but it's still a blow nonetheless. Okay. And other guys are going to have to elevate. Like you said, Bryce Huff, dude, step it up, man. Michael Williams, step it up. They're going to have to. They're going to have to.
And again, goes back to Robert Saleh too, and how this guy gets these guys. He taps into something and gets the best from these guys. And again, D Winters, again, flying all over the field. I mean, is he a thrill to watch or what?
His motor is revving, dude. D went to his motor is just constantly revving. He's fun to watch.
Yeah, he really is, man. So again, it's going to be really interesting, but here we go. Let's just if you would have told me in mid-August the Niners are going to be 3-0 with Mac Jones at the helm for weeks 2 and 3 with no Kittle, with Bosa leaving halfway through week 3, I would have said you're nuts. And dude, and without Demarcus Robinson, and with like I said before, all the people that are playing banged up in week 3, like the O-line, dude. Barch is out, right? High ankle sprain. Colby playing hurt because he got hurt last week. Dominic Pooney playing banged up. And
Colby was doing some grabbing out there yesterday. I think they got him for a hold in the second quarter. He was just grabbing anything in front of him. I don't blame him because he was hobbled, but I thought he still played pretty well. Yeah.
Definitely played well. But Paulie, a couple more supers. We got to. This is Escobar. This is a while back. Escobar, I apologize. This was back on 11:18 a.m. Sorry, Escobar. The Chiefs' son. Q bail sounder. Okay, so that's Escobar super. Thank you for the super, brother. Then we've got We Don't Need No Stinking Badges. Says Dom rules. Had a great time hanging with him at Cheap Trick on Friday. Then Stinking Badges worked Ozo Motley in South City on Saturday. That Ozo Motley show must have been fantastic. They're a great live band, by the way, Paulie. If you ever get a chance to see Ozo Motley, they're fantastic live. And Cheap Trick, you got them Saturday. Dom got them Friday. I got zero live music this weekend.
I really missed you too, Tony. I missed because Tony and I saw some Cheap Trick shows back in the day together, and I know you haven't seen them in a long time. Tony, I hadn't seen them in a long time, and it was like, oh man! And I haven't been to a gig like that where the guitars are that loud and that in your face, and I need that. Yep. I need that like oxygen. I need my guitars coming at me. So it was so. And by the way, one more Cheap Trick nugget, and I'll go deeper into this on the VIP video. So, dude, I'm talking to every single member of the band. And only because, again, I can't emphasize this enough. These guys are fawning all over Vicky. It was so funny to see how these guys are like, oh, my God, Vicky's here. Oh, my God. They were hopping around like little boys. And Rick Nielsen comes out, the chief songwriter, lead guitar player, kind of a demented. He's always got that weird kind of gleam in his eye. He comes out. Dude, you ready for this? Vicky's like, oh, Rick, this is my friend Paulie. He goes, oh, Paulie. He goes, are you cool if I call you Stud Nuts? Dude. Stud nuts. Okay. He goes, Stud Nuts. And I go, no. I go, you know what? And I just, dude, we started riffing. So I go, no, you can definitely call me Stud Nuts. I'm like, most people do. And then he's like, well, only on your good days. And we were just going back and forth, dude. Me and Rick Nielsen and dude dropping Stud Nuts on me. He goes, you cool if I call you Stud Nuts? I'm like, 100%. 100% from you. It's a compliment. So
real quick, just because you're talking Cheap Trick, I'm going to show this picture that Dom sent us. This is Cheap Trick at the Guild. This is at the Guild on Friday night. And there you go. I think Nielsen's back is to the crowd.
That's the guy who called me Stud Nuts, is the guy with his jacket, his red jacket, his back to the band. Yeah, Stud Nuts.
Look at Xander up front there. How old is Xander?
They've got to all be in their 70s at this point, with the exception of the drummer, who is Rick Nielsen's son. That is Rick's son. Bunny Carlos retired like a decade ago, their original drummer. So those are the original three with Rick's son on drums. That kid could not have been. Dude, he thanked me for coming to the gig. He was like, dude, thanks for coming, Paulie. I'm like, bro, thank you, dude. Thank you. So, yeah, Tony, I think they're all in their 70s at this point, but they look great. They still, or late 60s, that territory. But they're still kicking ass. They sounded phenomenal. They really did.
Of course they did. And also one other super from Los D, our man Carlos De La Fuente and Flex Funding. He says, if you buy a team, make me GM, please. So what would we probably like the peace seekers, the peacemakers? Dude, wow. Paulie and Tony's Peacemakers with the peace sign.
Well, and you know what, dude? I'll jam peace down your throat. How about this for a contradiction? If you don't accept peace into your heart, Tony and I will stomp your guts out. You know what I'm saying? We will throw a curbside ass kicking on you if you are reluctant to accept the peace. How about that, dude? Peace through violence. You know what I'm saying, dude? We'll enforce peace however we have to. You know what I mean? I'm kidding. I'm just
instead of beat the piss out of you, we'll beat the piss and we'll beat the peace into you.
Let me tell you something, hippie boy. I'll beat the love and peace out of you right now. No, I'm kidding. All right, Tony, we need to get to our studs and duds. We really do.
Studs and duds, and then I need to get some I need to get your reaction about Pitchcom at some point.
Oh, geez, that's right. Okay, studs and duds, Pitchcom, and I think we'll wrap. I'm just checking to see if there's anything else we had to get to today, because there's so much.
Longbridge Pizza we have to get to as well.
Well, no, I know, definitely Longbridge. So is that cool, Tony? If I'll do a VIP video on the Who, and again, Miriam, if you're out there, I saw you at the beginning of the show. I can't tell you enough. Let me just say this real quick. Miriam is the woman who won the Who tickets from our trivia question. Give me 2 John Entwistle songs, which she easily took care of. So I get to the gig. She's there. We all sat together. She had her P&P shirt on. And, dude, I found out that she is a legit Who fan. And that made me happy that they went to somebody who really loves the Who. because she was like, I saw him in San Jose, I saw him in San Francisco, and she was singing every song. We were having drinks. Like, she was really, really into it. So Miriam, great. There you are. Hey, great hanging out with you, Miriam. So I'll do a longer VIP video on the Who and a longer VIP video on my Cheap Trick thing. And that one will be coming from Paulie Stud Nuts. So keep an eye out. By the way, that thing is spreading like wildfire. I told my wife that. She's like, oh my God, we're calling you Stud Nuts from now on. She's like, I love that. And I'm like, and it looks like you guys do too. Yes, Stud Nuts Mac on the scene.
Yeah. Hang on, by the way, Stinking Badgers is a super again. Hey, Greg, thanks so much for being a super 2 times today. Thank you, brother. He says the mascot for our Peacemakers team should be Particle Boy and take us all into Particle Land. We need to revisit Particle Land this Wednesday.
What are we doing? We've been so negligent on Particle Boy. Welcome to Particle Land. And he opens up that door, bro. Once he opens that door, I'm like, I've been there. I know what he's doing. I've been through that door a few times. You know, you've been through that door as well. Who are you kidding?
Of course.
You know what I mean? Let's keep it above boards here, man. Let's be, Tony, you got to be transparent. You've been a Particle Boy as well. I've seen you.
Yes. Oh, dude. Yes. Oh,
Let me put it to you like this. I saw one Phil Lesh gig over at the Kaiser. I'm going to say this was like in 02. Tony basically just ran up and down the stairs all night. And I still don't know what was going on, but every time I looked over, there he goes. He was just running up and down the stairs at the Kaiser. All right, more on that later. Tony, that was a good show too. Open the second set with He's Gone. I remember that was the highlight of my of the night right there. Tony, Studs and Duds, why don't you go first today? Tell me who your highs and lows, the new feature we're doing here on Monday. Yeah, hello.
All right, that's it. That's inside Particle Land. I just wanted to give it a quick little gander. This is from Particle Boy. This is inside Particle Land. He sent us this. It's the best. Let's get to the end here because it's a great reveal at the end.
Look at this. I want to hang out there, man.
I know, but look at this. Go into the circus tent, and you got a jam happening,
dude.
And then,
wow, this is beautiful, man. This is a beautiful piece of work.
Isn't that great? Particle Land. We love.
When did this come in, Tony?
Oh God, months ago.
I'm sorry it took us so long. This is beautiful stuff. And who sent it in again, T?
Patrick Patton is his real name, but we also call him Particle Boy.
That is really something, Patrick. Thank you, brother. For real. I really love that. Let's show that again. I want to see that Wednesday. Okay, buddy, bring that back.
I will. And Greg, great call. Stinky Badgers, great call. Yes, the mascot should be Particle Boy. So that's great. Paulie, Studs and Duds. Oh, one more time, just to give everybody the logo from Don Peralta. There's our new Studs and Duds logo. I love that Don went with the old school face masks, like the old, like the one
I have here, like my Niner helmet. Yeah, it's just got like the Cliff Branch. You know what I mean? Yeah. The Gene Washington, if you want to keep it in a Niner family. That's how, dude. Wide receivers used to roll out on Sunday wearing those things. True story. Like, dude, that's it.
I'll credit Tom Tolbert this. Our Bay Area Sports Collective brother, Tom Tolbert, he has said for years, and I totally agree with this. If face masks were just removed from the modern day game, people wouldn't get hurt nearly as much because of the way people just sacrifice themselves by throwing their face, their head into people. Right. And if they didn't have any protection on their face, it would be a different game. But I don't think it would be it wouldn't be as, I don't know. People love the big hits, right? So it wouldn't be as popular maybe, but injuries would decrease. That's all. That was Tom's point. So
hey, I want to welcome the aspiring botanist to the VIP club. Welcome aboard, dude. All the perks are waiting for you now, botanist. In fact, he's a big music fan too, but that's how he and I bonded. He's a Sam Rafael guy, but his house, he's got all these instruments in his house and everything, and he's very generous with his gear. So again, botanist, now you're on deck, dude. When we give tickets away and stuff, you will qualify to win. So nice. That's kind of what it's all about. And we do. Tony and I feel we've talked about this a lot off the air. Like, we want to take care of you guys and we want to spread stuff around. Like, if we get tickets, we're going to share them. We've done it for Metallica. We've done it for for a couple of movies. We did the Zeppelin thing. We did the Who last night, and we will continue to do that. So thank you, botanist. Great to see you again, bro. Okay, Tony, your studs and duds. Lay them on me, kid. What was the high and what was the low for you?
I already talked about this guy, and he's going to be my stud. I feel like Robert Saleh is my stud for the weekend because that was, and there were a couple plays where like, ooh, Warner just got beat, down the middle in that little area right in between the DBs and the linebackers. That pass that Marvin Harrison Jr., excuse me. But all in all, and there's my all in all again, Paulie.
Shout out David Gilmore on IMAX. Go ahead, Tony.
Totally. I thought the defense played really well, and Robert Saleh, having him back is just a massive addition to this year's team.
Yeah.
And so he's my stud for this week because
nice. Good choice, dude. Very nice. Good pull. Yeah, get a coach on there. I like it.
He gets me excited, and I don't even hear him speak, but I watched him when he was with the Jets coach, and I was rooting really hard for him because I just am a fan of his, and it didn't work out, but now he's back doing what he does best. And it's so great, and he's getting the most from these players. And now, like I said, it's like this new challenge and this new wrinkle in the season, losing Bosa for the season. Now it's a new challenge for Salah, a new challenge for the Niner defense, and next man up. And I look forward to see what he does. Salah started 5 DBs yesterday. I don't know if you noticed. Yeah, which was like a new wrinkle, right?
He threw a lot of different looks yesterday. That's a great call. He showed Arizona a lot of different looks.
Yes, dude. And I couldn't be a bigger fan. And so he's my stud for the week. And then Paulie, I could give you a laundry list of duds for the week. I could give you the New York Giants, just sucking.
That's what they do. That's just what they do. They can't help it. You know what I mean? Yeah.
Paulie?
Hey, Paulie, hi. Phil Sims here.
Sorry.
Hey, Paulie, hi. Phil Sims here.
God damn it, man. I'm never going to, you know what I mean? Hey, Paulie, hi. Yeah. Who was your guy, dude? The way I hate Sims, who did you hate when you were like watching 80s Niners games and into the 90s? Like, who was your arch nemesis out there? For me, it was Sims. Always Sims.
Sims was one of them. Sims was one of them. I couldn't stand Michael Irvin.
Yeah.
I could not stand just the look.
Did you still feel those feelings when you watched the Cowboys series for real on Netflix? Did that get stirred up, or do you feel like you've gotten past that now? For real.
It got stirred up, but then listening to him talk, I was like, oh, he was saying some pretty cool stuff in that documentary.
Yeah.
And so it kind of softened on him. But back in the day, it was basically any Cowboy. And that's funny you should mention, or funny we should talk about the Cowboys, probably, because the Cowboys defense, they're my duds for the weekend, dude. Because
wow. Okay. Go ahead.
They lost to the Chicago Bears, dude.
And they were beating that ass, too. They didn't just lose to them. They were getting flogged. What, you got a final on that? I saw it was a big gap, dude. They were way in the hole, man.
44-18, I believe it was.
Jesus. Okay.
And, dude, how about this? The Bears had a 19-play, 76-yard drive, touchdown drive.
19 plays?
19 plays. Paulie, the Bears ran 11 straight running plays. They ran.
I love that. I love, because that'll demoralize the defense. I mean, like nothing else. When you continue to run and the defense can't stop it, you just demoralize them. You steal their hearts.
So as much as I love Rags, and I actually find myself, if the Cowboys win a game, being happy for Rags. But
did you see what Rags just posted? He goes, "Hey Lily, my defense isn't duds; they're douchebags." I'm sorry, Rags. I know. Believe me, I know what you're going through, man. It's tough. It's like Rags loves his Cowboys, and you're not getting much so far. It's tough.
Dude, oh, by the way, dude, I got to give my buddy Mel love. Mel Aragon, he's listening right now. You know Mel. You've met Mel, Paulie. He just texted in a player. He texted me personally. Mark Bavaro is somebody that he hated.
Oh, dude, calling him Rambo. Remember to go, Rambo. Give me a break, dude. Give me a freaking break.
Bavaro was, and also I wasn't a Novacek guy either. I just didn't like Novacek. For some reason, he rubbed me the wrong way too. Anyways.
Okay, now keep going, dude. Yeah.
So the Dallas defense this week is my dud. Although, and by the way, Raiders, Marcus Mariota, really. Okay, that's all I'm gonna say.
He's no scrub though. I mean, he's competent. Mariota's he can win you a game or two. Like you sound like you're. Go ahead.
He's not awful, but I'm just saying I thought the Raiders were going to capitalize on that, and
they look like kind of just the Raiders again. You know what I mean? Even with Pete Carroll in there, and it's. I actually think with respect, I got nothing against this guy, but Geno Smith ain't the answer. He's not.
No,
he is not the freaking answer, dude. They got to get like a difference-making quarterback. And I know there are Raider fans. They're still lurking around this region here. So I feel you guys. I've been on the record forever saying this, and I think Tony's with me on this. That we have Raider. It's part of our story, dude. We worked for the Raider flagship. I do not hate the Raiders. A lot of Niner fans hate the Raiders. I'm just not one of those guys. Right. I always thought it was better when the Raiders were, competing and when they were a good team. It's just better for the Bay Area, better for the NFL. The Raiders, iconic, but it ain't going to happen with Geno Smith. At least I don't think so.
No, also, I got to get my Bears-Cowboys score correct. 31-14 was the final on that.
That's bad enough, though, dude. That's still a blowout.
The team that scored 44 was the Seahawks. That's who I was thinking of. And our guy, Sam Darnold, 14 of 18, 218 yards and 2 TDs. I mean, dude, slamming Sammy Darnold. Not looking
Sam Darnold, dude. Did you call him slamming Sammy?
Yeah, I did. Yeah.
Okay, no, I like slamming Sammy, slinging Sammy, whatever you want to call him, salami Sammy. I like him. I'm rooting for Sam Darnold. He's played some pretty good football over the past couple of years. I say onward and upward to him. All right, Tony, let me give you my studs and duds.
Yeah, go.
Okay, so studs, I'm going to just do the obvious thing here, but somebody has to. We got to celebrate this guy. Our new kicker, Eddy Pinero, come on down. Eddy. We might have chance down at the I'm so bummed out, though, that Noemi said that guy was a D-bag, the guy who was crying after the game. Dude, crying after the home opener. Like, I just love the emotion. What'd you say, T?
And the fact that Noemi said that he was cheering when James Conner got hurt and was leaving the field. I mean, that injury, I don't know if you saw the injury, probably is bad. And by the way, James Conner is a cancer survivor, dude. He had cancer when he was on the Steelers, man. So I've always rooted for that guy. I was really bummed out. And did you see Kyler Murray's reaction when Conner went down? You could tell that he knew that it was bad and that he knew he was losing one of the studs of his offense, man. It was just you hate to see that, man.
You hate to see that. You hate to see Bosa, all that stuff. But anyway, Eddy Pinero, great new addition. Seriously.
Whoa. Oh, sorry, Paulie. Your guy that was crying. Noemi just alerted us. Security had to tell that guy to pipe down twice, dude. Twice.
He's clearly got other things going on then. I thought I was just taking Noemi. I didn't have the backstory. Thank you for bringing that to the show. And I'm so glad I threw that dude out there and they were like, yep, I saw that guy. I just love the fact that he was that emotional, dude, mixing in like air guitar with his tears. There was a lot of comedy in there, but point taken. The guy was out of control. Okay.
Yeah.
But Pinero, so here's the thing with Pinero. Like, he comes on the field, and I'm still holding my breath a little bit. Makes his first kick. Okay, good. Now we're talking. And we needed him yesterday, dude. We needed the foot of Dinero Pinero. Tony, let me give you the numbers. The guy goes 3 for 3. The long on the day was 51 yards. And then don't forget, throw in the extra point he made. So from out of the 16 points the Niners scored yesterday, Steady Eddy Dinero Pinero. I got like 4 nicknames in one. Steady Eddy Dinero Pinero. It's kind of hard to say. He was good. He contributed 10 of the 16 points we scored yesterday. Think about that. 10 of the 16 points came from his foot. Keep that foot. Dude, when kickers like Pinero go home, dude, did they just put their foot up like on some kind of golden pillow, like elevate it while they're watching TV and stuff, or put like some kind of protective sheath around it, like, some kind of velvet hood over the foot just to keep it all toasty and warm? I don't know, but I hope he's doing whatever he's doing. Keep doing it, bro. Keep doing it. You are my stud of the day. Thank you, Eddy Pinero, for taking a lot of stress out of our lives, too.
I'm going to steer this in a direction that I shouldn't, but I'm going to, Paulie.
Good.
I want another famous Eddy from you, and I want a song about feet, because I've got both.
I got you right now. How about, dude, watch me blow your doors off, and I'm going to give it to you. It's all encompassing. Ready? And you taught me well. This is a result of me hanging out with Tony. You want songs with Eddy and feet? Watch this, Holmes. Eddie Vedder, Footsteps.
Boom.
Bam.
Yeah.
Bam. Okay, kid. Okay, I'm very pleased with my performance on that one. As soon as you said it, I'm going Vedder. I'm going foot. And by the way, I'm a Footsteps head.
Yeah.
With that track. We saw him play that in Seattle, Footsteps. It was awesome.
It is a gorgeous tune. And
dude, I won't be home. You know what I'm saying? You can call me. I won't be home. I love that.
That song was on the demo tape, cassette tape, that Eddie Vedder sent to the members of now Pearl Jam when he was auditioning to be the lead singer of their band. Basically, that was.
I might need to throw that one on after the show today. I didn't know we were going to get into Footsteps. I haven't listened to that track. When was the last time you heard Footsteps? Has it been a while?
Don't even think about getting inside.
I won't be home, dude. I won't be home. I'm not going to be there. You do what you got to do. I'm not going to be there. Go ahead, Vetter. I could use a hit of Vetter right now. I could use a hit.
How about voices in my head? Oh, come on, dude.
Don't even think about, dude. Yeah, dude. Okay. So anyway, that's my stud, Eddy Pinero, and a shout out to Eddie Vedder as well. What do you got, T?
Just another famous Eddie, because we both love him. I just want to give love to Eddie Grant and Electric Avenue.
Always, dude. Eddie Grant for freaking life, dude. Don't get me going. Don't get me going.
And I believe Eddie Pinero is EDDY, same as Eddie Grant is EDDY. The way they spell Eddie,
as opposed to IE.
Exactly.
Yeah. Well, but you know what's funny about the IEY controversy? I've had this debate with Tony about Rod Brooks, because I go Brooksy like Paulie. I go Paulie, and I go Brookssie. But I think you throw a Y on Brooksy sometimes. It's hard to know. To know. I just said screw it. I'm going IE on this one. You know,
if I'm pressed for time on a text message, I'll go Y. But
I actually reached out to Brooksy. I was watching Brooksy on Friday night, dude, and he was wearing a Fight the Power shirt. So I sent him a message. I go, Brooksy, I dig your shirt. And I did. I dropped the IE on him. I go, Brooksy, that's all. Just like that. Yeah.
Hey, can we give love real quick before we get to your dud? Let's give love to the beginning of Electric Avenue with the boy.
Hey! Yeah. Down in the street, there is violence. Dude. And then there's lot of work to be done. Dude, I'll go all day on Electric Avenue. All day.
Timeless classic. It's a timeless classic. My children are going to be listening to Electric Avenue.
Hey, Rags, true story. Real quick, talking to my buddy from Jersey right now. Do you remember when I had Electric Avenue on my answering machine in Jersey? I'm not kidding. Dude, there was a time like around 94, 95, right before I moved back to San Francisco. You would call my house. It was an apartment. You would call my apartment. You wouldn't even get, there was no words, just the song Electric Avenue played and then a beep. That was it. That's all you got. Rags, he remembers. Look at him, 1,000%. Yeah. We gonna rock down to, that was what would happen if you called me. No, hey, how's it going? You've reached Paul McGinn. Nothing. Just Eddie Grant and then a beep. Yeah.
And we take it higher.
Yeah. Go, good Lord. We gotta rock down to, all right, Tony, anyway.
And a lot of work to be done,
dealing in multiplication, and then you just can't feed everyone. Good God, we gotta rock down. Come on, throw your hands up. I'm all right. I'm just kidding. Maybe make a short out of this. This is fun. I like doing my Eddie Grant tribute. That was cool. Good. All right, and then a lot of work to be done.
I love it. Good God.
Oh, dude, good God all day. Good God. And then another one. Oh, no, we got a rock. He drops an oh, no, too. Oh, no. Yeah, little Eddie Grant. It's good for your head, dude. Good for your head.
Oh, man, that got me, dude.
Yeah, I'm glad. I like seeing you laugh. All right, my dud, dude. My dud is another very obvious low-hanging fruit kind of thing, but it's Nick Bosa's knee injury. Mm-hmm. When I wrote this up this morning, I didn't know he was going to be out for the year. They hadn't made the announcement yet, but I thought he was going to miss a chunk of games at the very least. I didn't expect he'd be gone for the year, but that's the latest. He blew it out. He's out for the year, going to have surgery. Second time now. And by the way, if you're just joining us, this is not the same knee he injured 5 seasons ago. This is the other knee. So now he's got him on both. And it's just the state of the Niners with these injuries that it never subsides. It just continues to come. Again, like these are Pro Bowl players we're talking about. We're talking about Nick Bosa, George Kittle, Brock Purdy, Brandon Ayuk. It's hard to take when these are like it's literally like your best players. They're all hurt. So my dud is the Bosa knee injury, and now having him gone for the year. It's a real bummer. And like Tony said at the very beginning of the show, the only way around this is keep playing good football and elevate. The other guys are going to have to step up, man. Going to have to step up, T.
Well, they've got that vibe. There's a vibe on this team where there's depth. There's the vibe of everybody rising up. Everybody getting. These guys seem to really enjoy playing with each other. Are you getting that vibe by watching?
Big time. The vibe on this team is spectacular. These guys, they really do. They behave and act like brothers. You can tell they're very fond of each other. A lot of support out there.
Like watching Warner and Winters together, they look like they've been playing together for years.
Yeah,
it's really fun to watch, man. And this kid Upton Stout, dude.
Stout's a baller, dude. I like Stout too. I like his name. I like the way he balls. I just like the name Stout.
Oh.
Yeah.
man, just wow, he's going to be. I think he's going to be something special. He plays with like his pants are on fire. So it's 3-0 with all of this, and Jags coming to the Vi. Hopefully that's another dub.
You know what's funny, Tony? Sorry to interrupt you, but Chip Lang just posted something, and we should comment on this. That lost in all this somehow too is Mac Jones hurt his knee yesterday.
Yeah.
He left the field, came back on with a knee brace, and he was kind of hobbling around. So it's like it is just a really, really disconcerting trend with this 49er organization over the past few seasons. The injuries that they're relentless, man.
Mm-hmm. John Joseph, you're right. Michael Williams did step it up once Bosa got hurt. You're right. He did. And Paulie, Purdy was questionable leading up to Sunday, which leads me to believe that he will continue to progress to maybe come back this Sunday against the Jags, which would be ideal with Jones hurt, with his knee hurting. Because behind that, I'm blanking on the guy's name. Is it Adrian Martinez? Yeah. So that he would be the next guy in line, and I don't know much about Adrian Martinez. So I'm hoping that either Jones can battle through that, fight through that, and give Purdy one more week to get well, or Purdy's ready to go. I mean,
I have a feeling we might see Purdy this Sunday, and I have nothing behind that other than my own gut and kind of like assessing things. I think it would not shock me at all if Purdy plays next week. On the other hand, if Mac Jones goes again, I have no problem with that. I really don't, because he can hold it down, and I'd rather take the extra week to make sure Brock is okay, if you're asking me, than throw him out too early and he re-aggravates it, and then he's lost for a long period. You know what I'm saying? I want to make sure he's ready when he comes back, so don't rush it.
And the Pearsall connection, man, whether it's
real. I'm thrilled. You're right. Pearsall's playing great football. Hats off to him, man. That connection. It looks like Mac Jones looks for him. Like when he's looking downfield, he's looking. I get the feeling he's trying to find Pearsall most of the time.
And some of his catches are they're no gimme. I mean,
he's playing great. The kid's playing great.
Freaking Velcro yesterday.
Yep.
And Mac Jones running the 2-minute offense to win the game. That drive to win the game. That was impressive drive, and he looked very composed. Like he didn't look like a backup quarterback running a 2-minute offense to win the game, is basically what I'm saying. So I again, Paulie, I started out the show by saying this, and I'll say it again. I couldn't be happier as far as the fact that they're 3-0 and they've got all these injuries. So
I like it when Tony's happy, and I think most 49er fans are pretty happy, but we all have a little bit of a limp in our stride today because we lose Nick Bosa for the year. It's going to take me a while. Like after the show, I'm going to process this. I'll start reading up on it, but it's like, man, this is going to hit all of us. I think as we get later in the week, you're going to realize we have no Nick Bosa until 2026. And that freaking sucks. Tony, let's do this.
You know what's going to happen, Paulie? Well, first of all, Nick Bosa is going to dive deeper into the Grateful Dead catalog in his recuperation.
I should send him a few shows. I should, while he's sitting around. Like I got some good ones. I should send Bosa like a Grateful Dead care package. Be like, Nicky, spin one up. I won't tell anybody, but roll a few up and listen to these shows.
Just send him Europe 72 on vinyl right now. Just send it to the Niners headquarters and say, what is it? What's the address? DeBartolo Way, whatever the address is, Eddy DeBartolo Way. Yeah. And then say care of Nick Bosa. And it's a vinyl package. Send it to the Niners facilities. But Paulie, before we get to Longbridge Pizza, you said you liked when I'm happy, but
I prefer happy Tony to dark Tony. Yeah.
I was not happy over the weekend, and I have to tell you why.
Give me the Pitchcom. Yes, this will be the final thing. I wanted to let me hear your Pitchcom story, and we're going to wrap up the show. Yes.
I saw Rising Wolf on the chat. He was down there at Twin Creeks as well over the weekend. His son was playing in a tournament. Shout out James Kaufman, great ball player, great kid. That's Rising Wolf's son.
Nice.
They had a tournament as well, so I saw him a couple times this weekend. Also, Paulie, shoot, I gotta do another super just because it popped up.
Candlestick Kid, there we are. Go ahead, T. Take it.
At the game yesterday, great time with the wife and kids, but it was weird seeing the 49ers in the all whites. I agree. It was weird seeing them. I did find myself liking them, being like, those look good, but I like to see those either in the Super Bowl or on a road game.
Yeah,
not at the Vi.
Say no more. Thank you, Candlestick Kid. Love you, buddy. Yeah.
Candlestick Kid. Great stuff. Great stuff. So, Paulie, again, shout out to our team, the San Carlos Missions. They won the tournament and we split both of our games on Saturday. And the team that we lost to on Saturday, 7-3, we ended up beating in the championship 4-2. And tip of the cap to Clutch Baseball and their coach, Kyle. Really good coach, really good ball club. And we know a lot of those players. But the team we played before them in the semifinals, a team from Santa Cruz. And all of a sudden we're looking, and this kid comes out on the mound, and he's got this wristband on. And I'm noticing the kid, the coach has like a remote control in his hand. And
The crap, you know what I mean? Already I'm getting, yeah, go ahead.
So yeah. I look with Gary, shout out Gary Anderson, who's the head coach of our team. And I go, Gary, Pitchcom, huh? And he goes, yeah, Pitchcom. And I go, you got to be kidding me. So there's, we have a set of rules for these tournaments, right? That all the coaches get sent the rules. And
not unusual. Got to have some rules. Yeah, right.
And you really do need to know them because a lot of them come into play because it's tournament ball. It's a different beast, right? And so I noticed, I'm like, wait, they're taking their signs. The kid would be off the mound. He'd look at his wrist, get the pitch sign, and then get on the mound. And I'm talking to Gary, our coach. I go, dude, that's a balk. Like you can't.
Nice. Yeah, you got to be on the mound, right?
You got to take your signs on the mound.
See, Tony knows. Nice.
I don't care if it's Pitchcom or not. And so, and their coach complained about one of our pitcher taking one of his signs off the mound. But guess what? We do signs the old-fashioned way. We let our kids be kids and have fun giving a sign to the pitcher.
Yep. It's
actually a nice learning curve for the kids. Eventually, you get to Pitchcom, not at 11 years old or 12 years old. Anyways, so and at the time we were losing. We were down 6-0 to this team. We ended up beating them 12-8 or 12.
That's what you get. See, that's good. They lay a little ass kicking on them. Show them what's up. Right.
Totally. But dude, I went up to the umpire and I said, hey Blue, they're balking. They're constantly balking because they're taking their signs off the mound.
Where did this conversation occur? Were you behind the batter's box? Like where on the field was that? In other words, could the other coach hear this conversation?
Well, purposely, I started just kind of elevating my voice before I talked to him, saying, "Hey, he's taking his signs off the mound."
Nice. So yeah, you want this guy to hear it. Yeah.
The other coach who was wearing a hood in the daytime, nice look.
Already right there. And it was probably like 90 degrees down there. Then I got my hood on. Get the F out of here with your hood. You know what I mean?
It was a sight to behold. But so what he goes, oh no, there's rules for it now. There's rules for it now. It's in the rules. And so shout out to our one of our team moms who's basically runs admin for our team, Lisa Toda. She is our guy Eli's mom. She always has the rules on hand for our tournaments. And so I go to Lisa. I go, Lisa, can you look up the rule, please? Does it say that Pitchcom's allowed to be like you can do this?
I'm going to guess no. My guess would be no. Honestly, I don't think that Pitchcom is allowed in Little League. I don't think he can do that.
The rules have been amended that electronics are allowed, but if there's any discrepancy or anything, you defer to Major League Baseball rules. And Major League Baseball rules state that you are not allowed to take your sign off the mound. And so there was a big debate between the coaches and dude, next thing you know, I think it got under the coach's skin, and it also, the pitchers weren't used to it because they all of a sudden had to get on the mound and then look at their wrist and then get all settled. And so anyways, we ended up winning the game, but I just wanted to tell you and get your thoughts on Pitchcom being used at 12 years old, 11 years old.
I think it's obnoxious. It's a good thing I wasn't there. I wouldn't have been as gentle with this guy. I would have been like, dude, sit down. Yeah, hey, you with the hood on. Have a seat. Let the kids play some ball. Because, again, like, what are we doing, dude? I mean, you got to – I feel like the Little League thing it's gotten so out of control, and the parents think, I mean, they're not pros. They're 12-year-olds. Let them be, like Tony said, let these guys be kids. Throw a sign down, fastball, curve. Give me the fingers, dude. Let's just go keep it old school. I kind of object to Pitchcom being used on a little league field. I just don't think there's really no need for it. What are these kids going to steal signs? Come on, man. You know what I mean? They don't know what's going on yet. They're thinking about TikTok while they're out on the field. They're not stealing signs.
Totally.
So my view of the whole thing is you did the right thing. Call him out on it. And this guy sounds like a douche with his hood. Did he have a hat on underneath it or just a hood?
He had a hat on.
Yeah, okay, get the F. Well, you handed him a loss. You know what? Have a good drive back to Santa Cruz, dude. Have a good drive.
It was one of those things where I'm like, come on, man. We're doing Pitchcom at this age. Like,
yeah, too much. Right.
And, you know,
like the kids though now, dude, kids are coming out with like the shin protectors. They're doing like they're strapping like batting gloves like Garcia Park. You know what I mean? It's become kids imitate what they see. You know what I mean? And they now it's about, Tony, as you and I like to say, now it's all about the drip. You know what I mean? This kid's dripping so much sauce when he walks up to the batter's box. I don't even know what to do with myself. I'd rather they focus on the fundamentals, but they focus on the drip. You know?
Yeah. I mean, you know, and it's interesting because in MLB, the Pitchcom, the pitchers are not looking at their wrist. They have the receiver in their hat, right? And it's a tone. It's an audio tone that they get. It's not having to look at the wrist. And so it was just an interesting situation.
If I had the audio tone in my Pitchcom speaker in my helmet, it would sound like wah, 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 wah. That would be my tone. Yeah. All right, with that being said, Tony, let's thank Longbridge Pizza, our great sponsors down on 3rd Street in the Dog Patch, making great pizza, some of the best in San Francisco. By the way, they are closed on Monday. Neil gets to take one day off, for the love of God. He's got his own family. He's got his own kids. He's got his own little league stuff going on. So Neil Dinardi and Longbridge, they go dark on Monday, but for the rest of the week, get on down there. Get down to Longbridge Pizza. Neil brings that South City flavor to his food, to his attitude, to just the overall atmosphere at Longbridge Pizza, because it is a great place to go. Just drop anchor and hang out, have lunch in there, have dinner in there, bring your friends, bring your family. Kids will love it because there are TV screens all over the place. Tony and I love it as adults because you can get a great glass of cold beer while you're having your pizza, or head down there on Wednesdays and enjoy the incredible sandwiches they make too. That's a big part of the Longbridge thing for me now, Tony. It's a big part of the LBP experience. Is I don't know if I'm going chopped cheese today. I might go chicken parm again. I might get that drunken chicken sandwich that Dom got last time. That was badass. You can also, we're talking all this little league stuff. One of the big questions always is like, all right, where are we going to take the kids after the game? What are we doing this week? Take them on down to Longbridge. They got a back room there with flat screen TVs, and Neil always has the games on. And private parties and events can be housed back there or held back there, accommodating 20 to 25 people. They do deliver. So if you're a city boy or a city girl, shout out City Boy Blues, Motley Crue. Tony, of course, on the Theater of Pain record. Good track. Opens the track. Good. Opens the record. If you're a city boy or a city girl, you can get the pies delivered to you. So just inquire within and place the order. Neil's had the only thing he's ever asked of us. He goes, please let our listeners know that if they're going to order online for delivery, do it on the Longbridge Pizza webpage. That's the only, and that's not too much to ask. Just go to longbridgepizza.com, place the order there, and then they'll shoot it out to your house, Tony. We'll take your final words, and then we'll do our lunch break and get ready for Monday Night Football, buddy. What do you got?
We love Longbridge Pizza. We love Neil Dinardi, Andrew Markoulis, and everybody there. Andre, Gabino, Steven with the playlist and the social media. Check them out on Instagram. But also, Giants Cardinals this next 3 games, then Giants Rockies, all at Oracle Park. And if you're going to the game, any of those games, go to Longbridge before, or if it's one of the day games, go to Longbridge before or after. And you won't regret it because of like what Paulie said. And I'm also a fan of the beer selection. The beer selection is freaking great.
You like your Pliny's and all that, Tony, right? You like your Pliny's? Yeah.
Dude, he's got Bear Bottled. He's got Original Pattern. He's got Russian River Brewing Company. I think he has something else, Altamont Brewing. So it's all good stuff. They know what they're doing. And like, remember we said their second slogan besides Vibe Tribe should be, we know what we're doing, right? Because
that is a good slogan. That is a good slogan. Stand back. We got this. Yeah, we know what the hell we're doing. Yeah. This ain't our first rodeo, right?
Yes, they're and I'm going to the yard tonight, Paul. I'm going to see Verlander play tonight. So I'm excited about that. But Longbridge again closed today because they got to get some rest. And then also Neil Dinardi will be at our school's fall festival this weekend making pizzas. And I'm saying that because, first of all, Neil is a man of the people. Second of all, Neil does private events. if you want to hire Longbridge Pizza, and maybe not like call Longbridge Pizza, ask for Neil, and you can hire Longbridge Pizza to do private events or corporate events, or you can do birthday parties or private events at Longbridge Pizza as well. So a multitude of opportunities and options for you through Longbridge Pizza, our first sponsor. And, just I'll never forget the day we got that email. So thank you guys. And, rock and roll.
Rock and roll, hoochie coo, Tony. Let's bring in Professor Diamond David Lee Roth. We're going to dismiss the class and send everybody on their way. And we'll do it in an orderly fashion. No running towards the exits. Single file, y'all. Yeah.
Come on, real quick, Paulie.
Hey, Paulie. Hi. Phil Sims here.
Hey, Paulie. Hi. Yeah, that'll haunt me for the rest of my life, but it's all done in good fun. Phil Sims in my ear. Who knew? You know what I mean? Never thought the day would come, but there it is. Yeah.
That's the freaking best.
Again, on his freaking tombstone, it's going to say crossfading like nobody ever did before or since. Tony's crossfading like a lunatic. Tony, get yourself some rest, kid. Know you had a busy weekend. Enjoy. Oh, you got Verlander tonight. That's awesome. I'll be watching Jared Goff light up skies, hopefully, because I am rooting for the Lions. I got a pet thing with the Lions, dude. I got like a closet thing with the Lions. I really like that. You too? Yeah.
Also, Paulie, he is the quarterback of our our Master of Particles fantasy football team. So
kid's got the good sense to wear 16 as a tribute to Joe. You know what I mean? There's a lot to like about this. And you know what? Nobody ever talks about this. Jared Goff's attitude. He's a total professional. Total, no BS, no nonsense, no attitude, no yelling at teammates, no Travis Kelce outbursts, no like, hey, they hit me after the throw, dog. They hit me after the throw. He just goes plays football. That's what he does. And I'm rooting for that kid. And he played high school ball like 10 minutes from where I'm sitting right now, right over there at, what's it called? Marin Catholic, right? Yeah, Marin Catholic. What do you got?
Last thing, Dom Peralta with a great idea. Our team name needs to change to Stud Nuts.
It's you know what yes, I agree. That's Rick Nielsen talking now. This is the lead guitar player at Cheap Trick. He's their primary songwriter. Again, he looked at me and he goes, "Are you cool if I call you Stud Nuts?" And I was like, 100%. Call me Stud Nuts from this day forward. And the other guys in the band didn't. Robin Zander and Tom Peterson called me Paulie, which was a thrill also. I'm like, wow, they know my name. Holy cow. I was kind of I turned into a little bit of a fanboy, Tony. I try to be a pro, but I really love those guys. And I didn't, it never say, yeah, it's Stud Nuts. I'm just not making that up. So also final thing, I will shoot a VIP video for the Who show if anybody wants to watch it. And I'll shoot one for the Cheap Trick thing. They actually do have some pretty funny stories and I'll share those later. Tony will get that video out to the VIP. So that's it. You guys, yes.
Sorry, Cron 4 Plus. We're so thankful and proud to be partners with them as well. Our show is on the Cron 4 Plus app, which is available on your smart TV through Roku, Amazon Fire Stick, or Apple TV. Coming to your mobile device soon, but also they will be on the video on demand portion of the app, and every night at 11:30, that day's show will air as well.
Or as Mick Jagger says in the spoken word section of Emotional Rescue, tonight and every night, I will be your knight in shining armor. Okay, one last thing, and shout out Jagger for life. Hey, happy birthday, Noemi. Have a wonderful day. You bring a lot of joy and sunshine to this community, and I'm really glad you're part of the scene. So you and Ray have a great night. Tony, you be cool. Go Verlander. And bummer news about Bosa. We'll regroup. We'll be back tomorrow at 11 a.m. and we'll take this thing day by day. Have a great Monday, everybody. Cheers, y'all. See you tomorrow at 11.
Peace.